deep inside the dense lowland Petén rainforest. During the year 800 of the Common Era, dawn arrives without any cooling relief. A thick, wet moisture hangs under the emerald tree canopy like a heavy woolen blanket. The morning air feels warm and humid, smelling of damp earth, rotting mahogany leaves, and wood smoke from early hearth fires. High above the jungle trees, the fierce equatorial sun climbs into a pale sky, sending bright white light beams through the thick leaves. These scorching sunbeams strike the polished stone plazas of Yax Mutal, the ancient city-state known today as Tikal. Glare reflecting off white plastered stones forces people to shield their eyes, while humidity coats exposed skin in constant sweat. Within this vast rain-drenched region of Central America, millions of souls carved a wonderful civilization out of the wilderness. Behind soaring stone pyramids, a quiet anxiety rests in the warm air as seasonal monsoons become unpredictable and underground water pools run dangerously low. Still, inside shaded domestic quarters across the city, ordinary life continues with calm and steady resilience. This detailed reconstruction of Maya daily life before the Classic period ended was created using artificial intelligence based on historical studies and archaeological records of the period. If you enjoy traveling through the lost worlds of human history in rich detail like this, take a moment to subscribe to the channel Rewind History and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming historical journeys. Beyond domestic clearings, the astonishing scale of Yax Mutal spreads out across miles of limestone ridges, terraced hillsides, and large artificial reservoirs. For over 800 years, this grand city dominated the southern lowlands, its monuments built layer upon layer by generations of skilled royal architects. Beyond the royal core, the city functioned as a sprawling urban landscape home to more than 50,000 residents. Royal scribes calculated complex planetary movements. Master stonemasons shaped historic monuments. Weavers dyed soft cotton thread. Market traders managed supply networks. And farming families provided daily food for the kingdom. Every neighborhood contained specialized work areas, turning the surrounding forest into an organized center of trade and culture. At the apex of this structured society sat the Ajaw, the sacred hereditary ruler whose body was anointed with bright red cinnabar powder. Custom required this divine leader to mediate between living humans, the dark underworld of Xibalba, and sky gods governing rain cycles. Wearing ceremonial jade jewelry and majestic feather headpieces, the king performed sacred rituals on high pyramid altars to ensure agricultural prosperity. Yet the strength of the city relied equally on thousands of ordinary citizens working in residential quarters. Their daily craftsmanship, agricultural labor, and family traditions sustained the city through centuries of environmental and political changes. A shaded dirt path leading away from grand public plazas brings us to a quiet residential compound where an ordinary Maya family takes shelter inside a traditional home called a nut. Builders constructed this rectangular dwelling specifically to defeat brutal jungle heat and humidity. The entire house rests upon a raised stone masonry platform elevated 2 cubits above the ground. This clever raised foundation shields living quarters from crawling forest insects, snakes, and sudden rainstorm flood that sweep through the jungle floor during wet seasons. Lower walls of the house were crafted from thick, hand-cut blocks of porous local limestone, joined together with sturdy mud mortar. Craftsmen covered these stone walls with multiple smooth layers of plaster, a bright white material made by burning pulverized limestone in wood kilns and mixing the ash with clean water. Rising above these cool walls is a steep, soaring roof framed with cedar wooden poles and densely thatched with fronds of wild palmetto palm, known locally as xa'an. This native building technique created a durable shelter capable of enduring heavy seasonal rainstorms while keeping interior temperatures comfortable. This ancient domestic architecture, operates as a brilliant passive climate control system without requiring complex modern technology. High, porous thatch roofs allow hot air to rise naturally and escape through gable vents located under roof peaks. At the same time, thick white plaster walls reflect harsh solar glare away from the building, while absorbing excess humidity from indoor air. This smart combination maintains a cool, shaded microclimate inside the dwelling, providing family members with an inviting refuge, even when midday heat bakes the surrounding rainforest to extreme temperatures. Inside the main living room, blinding white solar glare instantly transforms into soothing, cool darkness. Beneath bare feet, the smooth floor feels as cool as river stones, crafted from hand-polished layers of white Ajaw plaster that block damp soil moisture underneath. The interior remains uncluttered, featuring woven sleeping mats stacked neatly against plaster walls during daylight hours. High thatched ceilings create an open, airy feeling, allowing gentle breezes to circulate through the room. At the physical and spiritual center of the single main room rests the Causeways, the sacred three-stone family hearth. 3 carefully chosen limestone cobbles support large ceramic cooking pots above low, glowing wood embers. This simple stove arrangement allows cooking smoke to rise upward through open thatched roof vents without raising temperatures in surrounding living quarters. Family members gather around this central hearth each morning, preparing meals while sharing stories passed down through generations. Peaceful corners of the dwelling hold the family shrine, a modest wooden shelf holding terracotta ancestor figurines, polished jade beads, and a clay incense burner. A small piece of copal tree resin burns continuously on the shrine, releasing a sweet, pine-like fragrance that drifts through dim room air. Household members offer quiet morning prayers here, seeking guidance and protection from spirits of ancestors buried directly beneath the polished plaster floor on which the family sleeps every night. Within this residential compound lives a large extended family, including grandparents, married children, young siblings, and household apprentices. Ancestral custom binds all family members to work together for their clan and support local city lords. Long before the morning sun clears the high tree canopy, the household stirs awake in cool, early darkness. Everyday duties begin early, so heavy physical tasks can be completed before blistering afternoon heat reaches its peak. Slender splinters of resinous pine wood, known as ta, are struck to light room interiors, casting a warm golden glow across smooth white plaster walls. Outside the house, morning air carries faint rustling sounds as nocturnal animals retreat into tree hollows and canopy branches. Early morning bird calls echo through mist, signaling the arrival of a new workday across the forest compound. Younger family members step into damp grass to fetch fresh water from a chultun, a bottle-shaped subterranean cistern carved deep into limestone bedrock. These underground stone chambers were engineered to collect and store precious rainwater harvested from plaster courtyard surfaces during winter storms. Inside the house, women use brooms made from bundled twigs to sweep cool plaster floors, scattering fresh green palm leaves to keep living spaces clean, fragrant, and welcoming for visitors. When the eastern sky turns pale gray, family members sit together on woven reed mats for their first meal of the day. They break their fast with ceramic bowls of warm oil, a thick, velvety porridge made from ground corn paste simmered with clean water. Cooks season this hearty breakfast porridge with crushed allspice berries, wild honey, and spicy red chili. This nutritious meal provides essential energy for workers facing long hours of physical labor under intense solar heat. For the head of the household, a special ceramic cylinder cup is brought forward containing xochitl, a bitter, dark drink made from roasted cocoa beans ground with chili and spices. A family server pours this liquid from a height between 2 clay vessels, creating a rich, thick froth on top of the dark drink. The noble beverage represents high respect within the family circle, highlighting traditional customs observed during morning meals. Simple ingredients resting on their eating mats reveal a massive network of Mesoamerican long-distance trade stretching over hundreds of miles. Dried cocoa beans were brought along river routes by canoe traders. Gray mineral salt was collected from solar evaporation pans along northern Yucatan sea coasts, and dark iron pigments decorating ceramic bowls were mined in distant volcanic highlands. Through active market trading, ordinary Maya households enjoyed products harvested from diverse ecosystems across Central America. By mid-morning, as humidity reaches a heavy peak, residential sectors hum with specialized trade work and productive activity. Under the thatched overhang of an outdoor workshop, master stonecarvers strike hard chert chisels against soft limestone blocks with steady thuds. They carve detailed calendar symbols and royal portraits into tall stele monuments destined for central public plazas. Sharp odors of freshly cut stone mix with warm forest air, showcasing how skilled artisans shaped city history. Nearby, under the shade of a flowering avocado tree, women sit at backstrap looms tied securely to wooden posts. Their hands move with practiced skill, using smooth wooden shuttles to weave tight cotton cloth dyed with purple indigo leaves and red cochineal insects. In terraced, garden plots surrounding the compound, men use fire-hardened wooden digging sticks to clear weeds and turn rich soil, maintaining raised farming beds designed to trap moisture during dry spells. Given the intense humidity of the tropical forest, clothing designs prioritize physical comfort and clear social rank. Common workers wear lightweight cotton garments suitable for hard physical labor. Men wear a simple cotton loincloth called an X wrapped neatly around their hips, while women wear a loose, sleeveless tunic known as a huipil, decorated around the collar with woven geometric patterns that identify their family lineage. Noble rulers and high officials navigate jungle heat in elaborate ceremonial regalia that demonstrates wealth and political power. Elite leaders wear heavy green jade ear spools that stretch earlobes, multi-strand necklaces made of carved marine shells, sandals crafted from tanned deer hide, and tall headpieces decorated with bright green tail feathers from quetzal birds. These striking outfits distinguish wealthy elites from common laborers during public ceremonies. To protect exposed skin against intense solar rays and biting jungle insects, people of all social classes use natural body coatings. Commoners and nobles alike mix white lime powder with cooling plant oils and mineral pigments, spreading the smooth paste across their faces, shoulders, and arms. This functional cosmetic reflects hot sunlight, cools skin through evaporation, and leaves workers looking like living white statues moving through green palm trees. Domestic routines inside family compounds connect directly to larger administrative networks governing the city-state. Inside covered stone porticos near central plazas, royal scribes sit on padded jaguar skins, dipping fine paintbrushes into black carbon ink and red mineral paste. They record crop taxes, tribute payments, and planetary cycles across long folding books made of hewn paper, crafted by pounding wild fig tree bark flat with grooved stone tools. Along wide causeways of blinding white limestone called Sakbeob, trade messengers and provincial envoys arrive bearing heavy tribute bundles. These raised stone roads slice through dense green forests to connect outlying towns with the urban center. Messengers bring sacks of dried chili peppers, woven cotton textiles, jade beads, and sea salt to royal palace courts, reaffirming political alliances and providing elites with essential supplies for sacred temple rituals. When the sun reaches its highest point at midday, oppressive heat settles over the city like a heavy furnace, forcing outdoor work to slow down. To escape suffocating air, families walk down shaded forest trails to a Dzonot, a deep natural sinkhole formed by collapsed limestone bedrock where clear, cool groundwater rests far below the jungle floor. This natural water reservoir offers a refreshing sanctuary during scorching afternoon hours. Down inside this natural stone amphitheater, air temperatures drop dramatically, filled with pleasant scents of damp moss and blooming orchids. Adults and children submerge themselves in cold, translucent water, washing away morning sweat and dried white lime paste. Shade and cool water restore their energy, offering welcome relief from intense solar radiation beating down on open city plazas above. Across shaded courtyards near city plazas, older family members rest on wooden benches, playing strategy board games using carved tree seeds and stone counters. Meanwhile, young athletes gather near high stone walls of the city ball court to practice footwork for pits, the sacred ceremonial rubber ball game. Players hit a heavy solid rubber ball using hips, thighs, and elbows without touching it with hands, waiting for long afternoon shadows before starting competitive matches. As dusk approaches, harsh daytime glare softens into deep shades of purple, indigo, and amber across the high forest canopy. A cool breeze sweeps down from surrounding limestone hills, rustling palmetto roof thatch as family members gather once again on their raised stone porch. They look forward to sharing their main evening meal after a productive day of work across the compound. Family members dine on savory tamales wrapped in broad green leaves, filled with tender deer meat, black beans, and spiced squash seeds. Sharing nutritious food together on comfortable woven mats strengthens family connections, while elders recount ancient stories to young children. The peaceful meal reflects deep cultural traditions that have sustained rainforest communities for centuries. Gentle music fills the warm evening air as neighbors join the family gathering outside the house. Someone plays a hollow wooden slit drum called a tunkal, while others play sweet clay flutes and scrape dried turtle shells with deer antlers. Happy musical rhythms float through dim residential clearings, creating a peaceful atmosphere under starry night skies. Yet beneath cozy evening celebrations, an unsettling quiet rests over the surrounding rainforest. Sentries standing atop tall stone pyramids look out across a sea of dark leaves toward dry horizons. Night after night, rain clouds gather in the sky but fail to drop water, signaling early stages of severe climate stress that would eventually impact great classic Maya cities. During centuries that followed, white plaster homes and soaring stone temples of Yax Mutal were swallowed by the dense Petén rainforest. Steep thatched roofs rotted away, wooden lintels dissolved, and smooth white Ajaw plaster crumbled into rich forest soil. Over time, giant tree roots wrapped around ancient stone monuments, hiding magnificent public plazas under a thick green jungle canopy. Modern archaeologists carefully brush away soil layers today to reveal intact plaster floors, subterranean chalton cisterns, and carbonized corn seeds. These remarkable physical discoveries demonstrate how Maya engineers created a clean, organized, and harmonious city within a challenging tropical environment, without modern technology. As quiet evening mist rises off the jungle canopy tonight, memories of their daily life, artistic traditions, and clever architectural solutions continue to inspire human imagination across centuries.